You were at a graduation I saw
Yes,
on your socials.
she graduated from Madison, Alabama, which is basically the Huntsville area.
Okay.
And we were in the Von Braun Center, which I've wrestled in, which is
I've heard of it.
kind of.
Oh, somebody on Twitter said, random question, were you in Huntsville? I swear you were sitting in the same restaurant as me. God, it's either
Hattie?
it's not like
Yeah, Hattie was me.
it's Kevin, Wally, Sean. There's some people when you see them, there's no mistaking.
I think that one of the things that threw people off is I had a collared shirt with sleeves on most of the time I was there.
There you go.
Yes, I'm in slacks. That's about as dressed up as you're going to get me with a pair of Jordan ones, some slacks, and a black polo. They went. I took them today, and I rented them jet skis. And her best friend is down with us, Katie, and they're both going to Alabama. They're both going to be on the fifth floor. They both got their assignments, so they're you know. And I'm trying to be as much as I can be the big Uncle Yoda, trying to explain in 4 days how not to get roofied and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they're looking at me like, dude, where the fuck did you grow up at? And then if you get around jammed in the chamber, just go ahead and drop the clip out, clear it, put it back in. You're
Thanks, Uncle
better off with
Kev.
probably a 5-shot Smith and Wesson.
Trying to cram that all into the short visit here.
Exactly.
Ladies, sit down. We have some talking to do.
Yeah.
So
And
that was a high school graduation,
high school
and they're
graduation.
starting college.
They're 18 years old, man.
Yeah.
I made a reference. The first one was Clint Eastwood, and they had no idea. Oh, so my niece's roommate is from Carmel, California.
California.
And
Former mayor
I
was.
said, you know who the mayor of there was? And she said, no. I said, Clint Eastwood. She goes, and I would know him from where? And I was just like, holy fuck, you don't know who Clint? I said, Pretty Baby. I'm going like I'll go Hillary Swank, woman boxer, maybe correlation, nothing. So then later on, it's like 2 days later, and we're sitting there, we're watching TV, and the preview comes out for that Amy Winehouse film that's coming up. And my wife was like, "Oh, I think I'm going to go see that." And she knows I don't go to the theater because I'll just watch it at home. I'll wait and just pay for it at home. And I said, let's just wait and we'll watch that. Because I said, I'd really like to watch that myself. Well, thank God for Wesley. He
It's
keeps me.
out?
Hey, Dom.
There was a great documentary about her.
Neither one of them knew who Amy Winehouse was.
You're kidding.
No, I mean, it's just
Let me
like,
see. 18. So they were born in fucking math. 18. So they were born in 2006. When did Amy die? Was she dead by then?
no, but I mean, number one, it's
Well, the
Alabama.
Clint I understand.
Yeah, but I think that, God, I just don't think that people watch, like, our era watched so much film. I just don't think that film is really something that
No.
they absorb like we did.
Yeah,
She
that's
passed
true.
away in 2011.
Okay. Wow. That I'm surprised about. Yeah, no, there's so many distractions now. It was film, television, or radio
Yeah,
when we were kids. That was it. And,
yeah.
this is the old fart hour sponsored by Ben Gay.
My whole life I've been hiding it. I want to come out tonight.
Gotcha.
See ya.
Gotcha. But so this is the equivalent of your parents referencing who? Like when you were 18. You were 18 in what year?
But see, the deal is like we had so minimal of fucking media and mediums that was just like you knew who fucking Sissy and Bobby
You
were
knew everybody
because
because,
you fucking got stuck on Sunday at Grandma and Grandpa's house watching the Lawrence Welk show at 7 o'clock, and you knew who the Rockettes were. You knew who all the crooners were. It's like you knew who Chuck Berry was. I mean, it was Beatles 65, I was, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a whole lot of distraction now. Now it's streaming. I read a book.
Well, I have to say this before we go off
Yes.
is so I don't. I'm so fucking technically unsavvy. It's unbelievable. So we walked in the house from picking up Mackenzie, which is was T's Bud, his cousin, and on my phone, I posted a picture of my father on Instagram. It's a black and white,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody sent me a picture. Maybe it was on Twitter, or I think it was on X, Twitter X, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a that he had like fixed it up where it was color and still kind of because the picture was kind of fucked up. It didn't do him justice on his chin, but it was a color picture. And he said, "Hey, I hope you don't mind. I fixed this picture of your brother up." And I said back on X, I said, "No, that's not my brother. That's my father."
Huh.
Big Bob.
Yeah,
So
amazing what they could do with the photographs
that's
and
my
everything.
pops. Wonder where I got that nose at.
Can you still hear him at all? Like,
Yeah,
you know his voice.
yeah.
If you heard his voice, you'd know it.
Especially, because I used to lay on the floor and we had hardwood floors, and he'd lay on the floor with a pillow behind his head, and I'd lay on his chest, and I used to put my head against his chest, and I'd listen to his heartbeat, and because he had a real deep voice, and it would sound so fucking deep when I would put my head on his chest. So, did I tell you about the whole thing with Tristan on this trip? So anyway, when we got home, the television was on, and that picture of my dad showed up on the TV screen, the color one.
How?
I don't know, and so my niece said somehow your phone is transmitting your gallery to that television.
You're sharing your pictures
With the
an
phone,
app
with
on
the, with the
TV.
television.
Yeah.
And but I'm not fucking. I don't know how to do that. And I got my fucking phone in my fucking pocket. So it's just like, okay, thanks T. Obviously, fucking like, okay.
If you accidentally take a picture of your hog for the doctor, you ask him not to bring that up on the TV while company's
Yeah.
there, maybe.
No, he would never do that. But anyway, so we were there, and my sister-in-law's man, who is the father of my nephew Carter, we really haven't spent that much time together. His name's Jared. We haven't spent that much time together because they used to go to the islands and do a lot of things. And Tamara and T would go up to either Chattanooga, where they lived before they moved to Huntsville, and they'd spend time together. So when we left the other day from their house and we were pulling out in the sweet ass Chrysler Pacifica, he turned to Kelly and said, "Wow, I never realized how much Kevin was like Tristan."